What is the energy surrounding this New York Times article, this email, this information that has come out? I guess the New York Times reported about it first, possibly, or at least that's the source that I saw it from, but maybe the Democrats have had it, something along the lines. But this email, this piece of information about Donald Trump and Epstein, um, this email that came out today on the 12th of November, what is the energy surrounding this? So, bridge, we know it's about communication. And I'm actually going to pull the cards and just get my download from there. So it seems like this information actually coming out is something that has been like, I'm sensing that it's going to be kind of like a trickling effect is what I'm getting. We got a waterfall here and a road. So we got bridge, road, waterfall, and race car. What I'm getting from that is that this piece of information is only going to be kind of what opens the floodgates of information that is going to be coming out very quickly. I am getting like this is almost like pre-planned leak to 11 there, almost like a pre-planned leak is what I'm feeling. I'm very much tapping into this water energy here with this waterfall. I'm going to confirm these cards. Okay, just my immediate reaction. I haven't even looked at the other cards. Under bridge, we got whip. Forced action is the first word here. Get cracking, driven, go faster, arguments, anger, doing it again. This, I keep going back to leak of information, leak of information. It was something that was forced. It was something that whoever released this information was doing it in a sense of it needed to be released now. There was a sense of it has to be done now. This whip is also on here. Anger, there's arguments. This is almost like the energy of like, I'm going to release this now, and it's giving me Scorpio revenge, it's giving me Scorpio anger, it's giving me that like, well, if you did this to me, then I'm going to get you back at you type of energy is what it's giving right now. I feel like that is the motivation for this bridge, this communication coming out. Let me look at the rest of these messages. Road. So under road, we got torch. Revolution is the word that is standing here. A liberation, standing up for truth, being bold, justice, freedom. So the motivation of this communication was for this to come out in order for truth to come out. It was for this trickle effect to start. I'm not quite sure if this person or organization or whoever released this information has the ability to continue to trickle more information, but that's part of the motivation of why they wanted to release that and also the emotions that were connected to this communication, or their motive. It's mainly their motive is that anger, that painful tension in here, something about being forced action. Under waterfall, we got Phoenix. And I love that we are talking about this in Scorpio season. That was my prediction, that this would show up in Scorpio season. And I've already talked about Scorpio with the whip, but we also have their light side, the Phoenix. This is a death and rebirth. That is what Scorpios do. A catalytic heart awakening, rising from the ashes, a total transformation, a complete renewal. And so what the energy behind this, and I'm going to confirm is if was the motivation behind the communication, but the effects of this communication and what I feel was relaying with this waterfall about it being a trickle of information coming out, a release of letting things go, was that it was going to trigger, or it is going to trigger, a death and rebirth here. A total transformation is going to happen because of this information. And I'll tap into what that transformation is. We'll see what that transformation is because I'm curious. Actually, let's ask. What is the transformation that is occurring with this Phoenix? We got ship. So we are moving. We are going places, movement. We're going with the wind, travel overseas. So this is adventure. Of course, it's going to take this down. I'm seeing stepping stones. It's like clarity, the blindfold being taken off, and us going on an adventure of clarity and information being revealed to us. Remember, I'm seeing this as a trickle of information, and I'm also feeling that this is a trickle of information not just on the Epstein case, but on government institutions. We'll stop there. Next row, we have race car. So remember that I'm feeling like this race car, we are going places. We are going to be moving forward. And I'm sensing this now. With this catalytic heart awakening, what I'm actually seeing with this catalytic heart awakening, that is what the collective is going to be feeling. When we see this trickle of information that is going to be coming out because of this email and because of this case, it's going to wake us up and reveal things to us that are going to transform the way that we see and perceive the world, and it's going to happen quickly. It's going to be moving very fast. We are going to be breaking limits here. And to confirm that race card, we got Swans, which is a card about fluidity, soulmates, kind of love here, but I feel like this is going to put us on a path towards connecting to, this talks about deep soul connection. So it's like it's going to connect us to the depth of our soul. It's going to bring us back to fluidity. I'm seeing that it's like with this Phoenix, race car, and Swans, it's like that Phoenix is going to bring the transformation, and it's going to happen quickly. We're going to be breaking limits quickly. And the Swans I'm seeing as a connection to source. It's like those limits that the collective is going to break, is going to bring us closer to source. I'm going to confirm, swans. It's going to be a catalyst. We got bellows. Catalyst. It's going to fan the flames. It's going to ignite passion. There's going to be a spark, a get going. It's going to excite a sense of us wanting to know the truth. And for us to be determined to want to know the truth. And for us to only want to connect with those that are in truth. That is what I'm getting. It's like this swan's energy, this deep soul connections is what I keep looking at. It's like we're going to literally rise from the ashes with this information. A catalytic heart awakening. It's going to open our hearts up to want to connect to people, places, things, situations, and only those things that awaken our deep heart, our deep soul. All right, I am back. So to wrap this message up, we're starting with the piece of information or communication that came up here. And it was something that was forced. And there may be a sense of tension, revenge, of forced action that was guiding this communication to come out, which, actually, let's confirm, which is putting us on a journey here. A journey of revolution, of fully engaging and standing up for truth and justice. I want to know if that was intentional of who released that information, or if that is just the consequences of this communication being released. So let's see, was that the intention of who released this communication? No. We got fox. So this is self-interest, stealth, deceit, trap, redhead, sharp, sleight of hand, something's off, wrong, cunning, sly, and crafty. So the intention of whoever released this information was doing it for their own self-interest. And I actually I haven't even looked at the news of who released this information. I think I might have read that it was the Democrats or something like that. So if it is the Democrats, then it was like forced action here, but they were doing it in their own self-interest. And what I'm seeing with the road and torch is that this is kind of the effects of this communication coming out. It's going to liberate us, and there's going to be a trickle of information that is going to be coming out, and that is going to put us on a journey of revealing more information, and that all that information that is going to be coming out will completely transform the collective, and it will be happening very quickly with determination, literally of breaking limits. And it's guiding us to connect back to ourselves, to connect back to source, to connect back to deep soul connections. I keep going back to that. To connect to deep soul connections and be fluid with life. It's going to be a catalyst for us to do that. I'm not saying that that's going to happen overnight, but this is the catalyst. It's going to fan the flames and know that there needs to be an effort required. But with this phoenix, we are going to receive that activation. That catalytic heart awakening is going to happen. I'm staring at the sun. I do feel like mid-December might be significant, or maybe that's kind of when this trickle effect gets illuminated. I have a lot of cards on here with kind of light. We got bellows. We got the phoenix with this light. We got this race car with light. We got this road with the sun over here. We got the torch, fire, light. Lots of illumination. Illumination here. All right, so let's actually confirm. Let's confirm that last part with 3 of these little cards. Some of these have timing, so maybe that will be significant. Can we get confirmation on that last part with 3 of these cards, please? We got the element of fire, creative, impulsive, passionate, expect the unexpected. And I literally just went through those cards, pointing out that solar energy, that fire. So we are to expect the unexpected here. And it's going to be an upheaval. Mars, the tower, a sudden change, action, desire. It's going to collapse. And we got Jupiter, the wheel of fortune, an expansive, a turning point, growth, destiny. So this is part of destiny. It is part of the destined path for us to reveal information, for this information to reveal. And this is going to trickle that information, more information to be revealed. And that is what is going to awaken the collective. You know, to me, it is actually feeling like another massive wave of awakenings happening again, like we had in 2019, 2020. Let's confirm the element of fire. Pluto, judgment, a rebirth, major changes, transformation. Again, what I talked about earlier, there is a major transformation that is going to happen at the collective level, at the level of our society, excuse me, and the level of how we perceive the government. I think what I'm getting is that this will be more information will be received about our government and the deep state. It's not just about the Epstein Files. This is just kind of like the trigger that is going to trickle more and more and more information. Let's confirm Mars, the tower. See if we can get a timing here. So we got King of Water, so King of Cups. That is the summer during Cancer season or within 1 to 3 months. That is the timing they're giving me here of what to expect, this tower moment. So within 1 to 3 months or in the summer during Cancer season. A King of Cups may be significant. Wheel of Fortune. Leo, strength, courage, confidence, persuasion, and wisdom, power. So when I was talking in the other part about that Phoenix period that is going to emerge because of this trickle of information, it is a destined moment, and I was talking about the swan's energy. And now they're showing me here, it's going to, that catalytic heart awakening is connecting us back to our heart with Leo. And it's going to allow us to connect to our courage, our confidence, our power. but I'm feeling that as like our heart. We're going to be able to connect to our heart again. And Leo is also that masculine energy, 444, building better structure for the Emperor. It's that divine masculine is what I'm picking up on with this energy. It's like it's going to allow us to connect to true divine masculine energy. The distorted masculine can no longer survive in this environment. It's going to allow us to see the distortion in the masculine energy, and it's going to propel us to want to tap into true divine masculine energy. I want more for that. That was a we got Venus the Empress. As I was thinking, it's like the rise of you know, we are in a period of ascension, a period of the divine feminine taking her position, the masculine energy that has been leading us for centuries has been a distorted masculine and has created the environment we are here living today now. Economic injustice, um, environmental catastrophes, um, financial problems, war, death. Think of everything bad that is going on with the world. That is distorted masculine, tied to distorted masculine energy, is what I'm feeling. It's like those are the consequences of not being in divine masculine energy. And so to me, this is saying we are finally going to realize that the leadership that has been guiding us in this distorted masculine energy, in this egoic masculine energy, is not one who is serving us, is not one who is doing anything for our benefit right now. That there needs to be a turning point, a change, and that change is actually coming. And now we are going to be able to tap into our confidence, our courage, to stand in our power, to ask for a healed divine masculine energy. And that means tapping into our divine feminine energy, our empress energy, our love, our stillness, our compassion, our attraction. And this, to me, also the empress, they're showing me in traditional tarot, or is it traditional tarot? I'm not even sure, but they're showing me, she's pregnant and the earth is the belly. And so that to me is saying like this is destiny unfolding for our new earth. It's the breakdown of the egoic masculine and the emergence of divine feminine energy that is going to be guiding us to this new embodiment of new earth. That in itself feels like a very profound message. And I'm not really sure if I want to get more information, but I am curious. I am more curious about the Epstein Files. And write in the comments, what do you want to know? Because send me your questions and we can ask the cards, what do you guys want to know? To me, that was a very deep message. And I feel like I don't want to mess with that profound message anymore. I was going to pull more information in regards to Epstein, but I think I'm going to use tarot. And like, let's ask, how does the collective, what is the message for the collective regarding the information about this catalytic heart awakening? King of Cups, the Emperor, and the Five of Cups, or Four of Cups. I'm going back to King of Cups came up in, I said, and that may be significant. That was the timing card under Tower. If anybody is an astrologist and knows political figures and their astrology charts, maybe take a look at King of Cups. But this King of Cups, I was going back, but this King of Cups for the collective is saying to understand things emotionally, that they are happening for a reason, is what I'm getting. The King of Cups is in tune with their emotions. They're also intuitive. They can connect to the forces. We have the moon here. And so to me, it's saying, I keep focusing on this little boat back here also. It's like, go with the flow. Fluidity was one of the key words under that swan's energy. This is saying, like, it's okay to feel. It's okay to feel your emotions, and it might be an emotional period. But it's okay to also let go of said emotions and go with the flow of said events. This is an understanding of your emotions and the emotions maybe that are surrounding the situation. I'm going to go to this other end. We have the Four of Cups. And I feel like that's saying the universe is actually granting us this amazing cup right here. And that is our new beginning. Being able to close out a cycle, a destined cycle that has led us to the conditions of our current world, everything that is currently wrong with it. And we're actually being granted this cup full of blessings that we might not see at this very moment. And maybe as things get more complicated in the events that unfold, we might not see that cup that the universe is granting us. And so they're saying to remember that even though we may be in the trenches, we may be feeling like this is not a blessing, like the life we are living at this very moment is not a blessing. The universe has control over the situation and is actually giving us this amazing result at the end, but we just have to walk through and go with the flow of the situation. With this Emperor card in the middle, this is, I think I saw 444 and I was talking about divine masculine energy. This is the embodiment of divine masculine energy in the tarot. And so that is saying that is actually what we're working towards. That this is that center focus energy here. We are working towards the embodiment of this emperor energy, this truly divine masculine energy that is going to build better structures, stability, foundations for us. Our current foundations, structures, organizations aren't working for our society. And the unfoldment of the events, remember, are going to build better structures, foundations. And this is also pointing to that you as the collective, as the individual, should be working to build better foundation structures for your own self. And if you can, work towards building better foundation structure systems for your community. And as everybody does that individually, we build a strong network of people. And as we help build our own communities, we are able to build, stronger bubbles of, I'm feeling like amazing energy. Strong communities is what builds better structures, better foundations that we are going to need in this new period that we're stepping into. And collectively, as we build stronger and stronger communities, collectively that will join forces and bring about deeper changes in the entire collective. And I'm being reminded to say that community doesn't necessarily mean a large group of people. Community can be 3 to 5. That is community. But if you're able to support and build that foundation together, that brings about deep changes. Small steps lead to big accomplishments, is what I'm hearing. Let's confirm these cards. King of Cups, we confirmed with the Hierophant. The Emperor, we confirmed with the 5 of Swords. And the 4 of Cups with the Knight of Cups. King of Cups with the Hierophant. Okay, I keep going back to that Tower and then the King of Cups kind of confirming that. And to me, the Hierophant is all about, like, this is like the Pope card. This is, a teacher, a spiritual teacher. This is like the husband card. It can be kind of like big foundations, like structures, like societal structures, and it's almost feeling like old school societal structures is what that is feeling. It's like on the collective level, that is saying to go with the flow of whatever these structures are. It's like that these structures are going to be changing, and we have to go with the flow of those changes, is what I'm feeling here. But really, what I'm kind of on is that King of Cups energy, which I feel is going to be significant in terms of that tower moment that may be coming. And this Hierophant energy is is feeling like somebody in power. This is feeling like somebody who, that was the word that was coming, institution. This is a card about institutions. So there's something about a large, prominent institution here that may be revealed either by a King of Cups or they are a King of Cups. This is also the card for Taurus. But on a collective level, they're saying go with the flow with the institutions, go with the flow. Be in tune, follow your intuition of what these institutions and the changes that may happen with said institutions. I'm also hearing like dogma, religion there. It's like follow your intuition is what I'm saying. There may be deception. I want to confirm the Hierophant. Strength. So that's all about taming the inner beast within. So contain what you feel inside. Find strength and containment on what happens with this situation in regards to institutions. And that whatever happens also is going to strengthen not just ourselves, but also strengthen our institutions also. The Emperor, we confirmed with the 5 of Swords. For so long, we have been losing the battle. A lot of governments, they take us to war. They take us to war and then, they declare victory. But have those wars actually brought us victory? I think many of us can say that the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq and the war happening in Gaza, Palestine, were not victories for anybody. And that is what we're healing now, where we can now step into divine masculine energy that knows that the wars, the conflicts, are all, the power plays are all coming from ego. And the Emperor has no space for ego. The divine masculine has no space for ego. That is what is being healed right now. That is what we as a collective also need to heal on a personal level. There's no place for ego. There is no place for us to hurt others for our own gain. There is no place for us to declare ourselves victorious because of the loss of somebody else. I'm seeing almost the political and political wars that happen online and the left versus right wars, well, we're going to do this because the left is going to lose, or the right is going to lose, so the Democrats do this. It's like that political play, that power struggle, that chasing and running kind of tug of war energy, that tit for tat energy needs to stop. Not just as a society as a whole and how things play out with politicians and countries globally, politically, but also within ourselves. We must stop that kind of behavior with our own friends, our own family, our partners. We must stop that behavior and truly heal that behavior. The Four of Cups was confirmed by the Knight of Cups. And to me, the Knight of Cups, this is about a healing elixir, is is what we're being granted. This Knight of Cups is usually somebody showing and declaring love and bringing this love offer as like, here's this cup that I'm giving you and this is my love offer. Well, think about the divine handing us that love offer, that cup, and it's actually a healing elixir, an elixir of transformation, an elixir that they are saying we need to focus on. This crow right here is actually so sad because he spilled these 3 cups, and we might end up feeling like the crow, looking at the spilt milk here, looking at these 3 cups, when in reality the universe is actually handing us this 1 cup full of healing elixir. And it's also, you know, these 3 cups also, it's like the crow doesn't want, it's like it's not paying attention to these. It's like we have to see what the universe is actually granting us with possible destruction that may occur. We have to see the brighter side of things, of what is happening on a big picture level, and what is actually happening and what the universe is giving us through possible destruction, through possible chaos, through possible grief, is a dose of healing elixir for ourselves, for our communities, and for the entire collective. And that's going to conclude my message. If you liked this type of reading, hit the follow button, hit the like button, and comment what do you want me to ask the cards next. We can go anywhere we like.